Emperor Wu, who reigned from 141 to 87 BCE, played a critical role in this transformation. He established the Imperial Academy, a prestigious institution dedicated to the study of Confucian classics. This move created a meritocratic system for selecting government officials. It ensured that administrators were not only educated, but also imbued with a shared moral and before paper, documents were written on bamboo strips or silk, both cumbersome and expensive. Paper provided a lightweight, affordable, and efficient medium for writing. This innovation dramatically facilitated record-keeping, communication, and the spread of knowledge. It was a game-changer for bureaucracy and scholarship alike. The invention of paper had a ripple effect, contributing to increased literacy and the proliferation of texts. Another astonishing invention was the seismograph, developed by Zhang Heng in 132 CE. This ingenious device could detect distant earthquakes and even indicate their direction. It was a bronze vessel with dragons around its rim, each holding a ball in its mouth. When an earthquake occurred, a ball would drop from a dragon's mouth into the mouth of a toad below. This provided an early warning system for natural disasters. Zhang Heng was also a brilliant astronomer and mathematician. He created an armillary sphere powered by water, accurately depicting celestial movements. His contributions to science were truly ahead of their time. Iron metallurgy saw significant improvements during the Han period. The development of blast furnaces and the use of coal as fuel allowed for the mass production of cast iron. This led to stronger tools for agriculture, such as plows and hoes. It also enabled the creation of more effective weapons for the military. The widespread availability of iron tools boosted agricultural productivity. This, in turn, supported a larger population and contributed to economic prosperity. Iron was also used in construction and various household items. Agricultural innovations were continuous and vital. The heavy iron plow, often pulled by oxen, allowed for deeper tilling of the soil. This improved crop yield significantly. Advanced irrigation systems, including canals and dikes, were expanded and maintained. Crop rotation techniques were also under legal system, while based on Qin precedents, was tempered with Confucian principles. It emphasized rehabilitation, mark. Jade carving reached new heights of sophistication. Bronze casting The Han Dynasty's commitment to infrastructure was also remarkable. Extensive road networks were built, The Han period was a time when China truly came into its own. It established many of the cultural and political norms that would define it for centuries.